Welcome to the Chaos Multiverse. My name is Jimmy or Chaos, and I want to tell you out of the gate that this video could contain some of the biggest potential spoilers for the plot of Spider-Man No Way Home. I want you to know that going in, so if you choose to not want to go and spoil things for you if they end up being true, I truly understand. I get it, and I understand that you need to click off the video now. So this is your official spoiler alert. And this is a big one. It's actually two big ones, and it's not confirmed, obviously, but a lot of it makes sense with this plot leak that is out there. And I think this has been out there for a while, but it looks like it's been elaborated on and added to, and there's a lot more detail to it. Before we jump into it, guys, we're giving away a PlayStation 5 at 25,000 subscribers. Just be subscribed, have your notifications on, ring that bell, check those boxes, and make sure you leave a like on a video, multiple videos, drop a comment, all that good stuff. Okay, so we are going to talk about how Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire actually enter in to Spider-Man No Way Home. How their introduction happens, and it's actually going to probably surprise some people if this ends up being true. Once again, I know, just say it, Jimmy, on everything. Grain of salt, alleged, not confirmed, could end up being completely wrong, okay? But a lot of it makes sense, so I wanted to share it with you guys and get your thoughts. So we're going to start off with Andrew, and I don't know where this leak came from. I got tweeted by a random account with this the other day, and I've seen this plot leak kind of in the past, but like I said, it's in much more detail than what I saw a couple months ago, and a lot of things kind of stood out to me, so I wanted to share it with the ones that wanted to be shared with and talk about it. So we're going to talk about Andrew first, and how he actually sequences into Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, we've heard plot leaks and rumors about Ned getting hold of a sling ring and him bringing them both into the sanctum, and that's how they come in. But that was pretty broad-based. That was pretty generalized. And actually, according to this leak, it's true, but it's only a piece of the puzzle. So, we're not going to go over the entire plot leak because this thing covers the entire movie, and I don't really want to do that right now. But let's just say this. Peter is trying to stop what's happening with the Sinister Five, if you will, and he gets overpowered. And then when Strange arrives, he's not happy. And that is where we get the whole conflicting, or I guess you could say, combatant mood of the two. We've been told for a long time they're going to go at it, and we've seen the trailer where it looks like he's chasing him, and he's trying to bring Peter back in. Well, according to this plot leak, he is chasing him, and he's chasing him through the multiverse. Not through the mirror dimension only, but the actual multiverse in multiple timelines, and a lot of people haven't been talking about this, and this is where the bomb drops, my friends. It looks like, according to this leak, Peter ends up in the Amazing Spider-Man timeline, and he hides from Strange, and he's able to evade him in some person's house. So, he's looking through the house, and he discovers a briefcase that belongs to none other than Ben Parker. Now, what are the odds that Tom Holland's Peter Parker goes into the multiverse, ends up in the Amazing Spider-Man timeline, and he ends up in Andrew's house? Well, for the sake of the movie, that's where we're at. And when Peter tries to leave this house, he bumps into Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker. That is the moment where Andrew Garfield is introduced in the movie. Peter is shocked. He swings off, Andrew suits up, and chases him around the city. I'm sure it's going to be a cinematic just dream for everybody, with the Amazing Spider-Man chasing the MCU Spider-Man, and he corners him on a rooftop, and Andrew asks Peter who he is. Peter unmasks at this point. I guess he had his mask on before this, and he replies, "I am you." That is where, according to this leak, Andrew and Tom actually meet. Now, we're going to skip a lot of stuff, and we're going to fast forward over to Tobey's, because it's even bigger and better if it ends up being true. So, we get to the point where the Sinister Five are just wreaking havoc, right? Doing their thing, and Andrew and Tom can't stop them, and Peter apologizes to Strange. They make up. That's where Strange gives him the 2 Live speech and advises him about his emotions versus his duties as Spider-Man, and then they make up. And then Peter says one more thing and shows him Andrew. So Strange is obviously like, what in the world? What have I done? And they devise a plan to try to stop the Sinister Five. But Strange says they're going to need more help, and he goes to find his sling ring, but he can't find it because Ned has it in his pocket and opens up a portal. Now, I don't know if Ned pulls it out of his pocket and opens the portal or gives it back to Strange, because I'm not really sure how Ned would already be trained to use the sling ring, but it is what it is. So they open a portal, and Peter and Andrew step into the Raimi verse. That's right. They go track down Tobey Maguire. Don't know how they know to go look for him there or anything, but it is what it is. And apparently Tobey is retired. He's living the retired Spider-Man life with MJ. Kirsten Dunst is MJ. Plot leak says she's in the movie. That would be massive. And he has a daughter named May, fittingly. And he doesn't want to join them. He's got past injuries. He's got family commitments, but they convince him. He reflects, and he decides to return with them to the MCU. And then they figure out where all the other characters are. They get to know each other. Some probably really, really cool lines. Talk about Uncle Ben, the web shooters, and then we go for the final battle. So there you go. That is what the plot leak says. Peter is actually, Tom Holland's Peter, is actually going to be jumping from timeline to timeline to get the other Spider-Man characters. It's not just Ned goes and finds them randomly and brings them back to him, which makes a ton more sense to me. And it kind of makes sense with those leaks we got in the past about the toys being a possible Spider-Man suit where he's interdimensional or he can time travel. That may kind of been the way they were going with it, where he's actually going through timelines to find them. So there you go. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. Do you find any plot holes in this? Do you think this is a good way to introduce them? Personally, I think it's a great way. I don't think they both need to be thrown upon everybody at once. I like the fact that they single them out and they get to know Tom Holland's Peter, like Andrew and him, and then they go find Tobey. It gives us more backstory and they kind of get to converse. We want to see them together, not just fighting. We want them to get to know each other as well. So you guys, let me know what you think. This is a massive one. And if it ends up being true, I mean, this is big. These are going to be some of the biggest fan service moments. Even though the leaks are out there and the people that stay for the leaks and rumors that we do here on the channel, it's still going to be massive. Let's be real. All the leaks are out there everywhere. So if you've avoided everything, well, I commend you. Hats off to you. But as a true fan, I'm still as excited knowing the possibilities of what I know now as I would be going in not knowing anything. I know that's hard to believe, but it's true. I'm going to enjoy this just as much. I have a feeling they're going to do it. They're going to do it right. You guys let me know what you think, and I'll see you soon.